Alright, so today's workout's all upper body. It's going to be a circuit similar to what we usually do. It's going to be 40 seconds on each one. There's 8 exercises, and we should hopefully have time to do it three rounds, I think. Yeah. So I'll run through it all. You'll need a weight for your overhead presses. With the other exercises, the weight's optional, but I'll demonstrate it all with the weight anyway. So the first one we've got is a squat and row. So we're going to squat down. At the bottom, you're going to row out and then come back in. Down, out, back in. All right. If you want to do it without the weight, it's down, arms out, back in. I'll show you side on. What we want with that row is to engage through your upper back and then back in again. So we don't want to be rounding in that position. I'll try and keep everything nice and tight and then back up. So that's your squat and row. Next exercise we've got is our one arm overhead press. So that's pretty straightforward. Just straight up, straight down. What we want to make sure is that elbow is in a nice straight line, so we don't want to be flaring it out to the side like that as we come up. We want to try and keep it in sort of a neutral position. That should be sort of pretty much underneath the weight that you're using. So you're going to go 40 seconds on one arm, 40 seconds on the other. The next exercise we've got is good mornings. I'll show you with the weight and without. So with your good mornings, we're just hinging at your hips and then back up again. Hinging at your hips, back up again. You don't have to use a weight. You can have the weight out in front. Obviously that's going to be a lot harder because it's a lot further away from the hinging point. Or you can have it resting behind your head, sort of back of your shoulders sort of thing. You just don't want it cranking over the neck. The position in your good morning, I want to try and make sure that the back's nice and straight. So we're coming down, we're not rounding through your upper back. We want to keep everything engaged. So that's your good mornings. Next exercise we've got reverse flies. We're going to do it 3 different ways. So reverse flies, we're going to come out to the side, then out on like a 45-degree angle, and then out up against your body. So out to the side, 45-degree angle towards your body. When you do the one next to your body, you want to have your palms facing up. All right, so you're doing like an internal rotation there. So those 3 different angles work slightly different parts of your rotator cuff. So that's that one. Next one we've got lat raise, and then you're going to come out to the front, and then back, and then down again. So out, front, back, down. With these ones, I like to have a thumbs up slightly. All right, it's up to you if you want to have them straight up in the front position. But by having them up slightly, you're going to be in an external rotation through your shoulder. That's a lot healthier for you. You can do it with weights if you want. I'll show you them. Again, thumbs up slightly, back down. We just want to make sure that when we're doing this one, that we keep everything engaged so we're not rounding through your back again. 7th exercise we've got is dips. So you'll need a chair or a bench or a couch or something similar. And we're just performing your dip. So the further out your legs are, the harder it's going to be for you, as opposed to having it close in. But what we want is to try and keep your bum as close to the chair as possible. So we're not dipping out like this, we're keeping it nice and close. And then the last exercise, we've got Superman rows. I should be right demonstrating like that. Yep. So you're going to come up into a Superman position. So that's head and feet off the ground, arms up in the air, and you're just going to row up and down. Right, really focus on squeezing through your shoulder blades with that one. That's similar to like a lat pull down movement that you do in the gym, except there's no weight. So we're going to do 40 seconds of each. There'll be about 5-second changeover between each one. And at the end, we'll rest for about a minute, maybe 2, and we're going to hopefully get through it 3 times. So I'll give you a couple of seconds to get set up, and we'll start in 15 seconds. Was that okay? All right, let's get ready. I'll start in 3, 2, 1, and go. So we've got our squat, row, back up. Squat, row, back up. Again, like I said, it's up to you if you want to use a weight. Just want to make sure that everything stays nice and tight. Don't rush through it. Keep those shoulders engaged and you rotate the cuffs switched on. Got about 15 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and rest. The next one's one arm overhead press. Get ready, 2, 1, and go. It's going to go 40 seconds on one arm, and then we'll do 40 seconds on the other. About halfway. Once you start fatiguing, just focus on keeping your core tight. Try not to rotate too much through your torso. Almost there. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So get ready and go. Other side. Halfway. Make sure you keep that tightness through your core. 10 seconds to go. And rest. So the next one's our good mornings. And go for it. So just hinging at your hips. Try and keep your legs as straight as possible. A very slight bend in your knees so they're not completely extended. Keep that core tight. Like I said, the weight's optional. You can do it just body weight. You can do it with your arms up above your head. They're all different variations. They all work. You want to be feeling it through your glutes and through the muscle that runs along your spine. Got about 5 seconds to go. And rest. So the next one we got is our reverse flies. The three versions, and go for it. So out to the side, 45-degree angle, out next to your torso. Really focus on squeezing through your shoulder blades with this one. It's a really good rehab exercise if you've got shoulder issues. You can do this one on a bench. That's what I like to do whenever I warm up for a heavy shoulder session. Got about 10 seconds to go. All right, and rest. So the next one we've got is our lat raise, front raise, back, down. All right, and go for it. So it's up to you if you want to add a weight. Just make sure that everything is switched on and tight to your upper back. You'll know if it's not switched on, if you see yourself shrugging a little bit in this movement, because it's really hard to shrug if you've got your rotator cuffs engaged. We've got about 10 seconds to go. And rest. So we've got 2 more to go. Next one's dips. And when you're ready, Just try and keep your bum as close to the bench or the chair as you possibly can. Further out you have those feet, the harder it's going to be. About 15 seconds. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Our last exercise is our Superman rows. And when you're ready, just focus on your breathing. Really try and keep your upper back tight and engaged. We've got about 15 seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, grab a drink. We'll rest about a minute and a half, and then we'll go again. If you have any questions about anything, now's the time to ask them, either through the chat or through audio. We'll rest for another minute or so. Any of those exercises were easy, either increase the weight or slow the movement down a little bit. We should have time for 2 more rounds. So we'll start in about 40 seconds.
Simon, did you get that?
I didn't get that. What was that?
Sorry, I think you froze at that point. What's a good alternative for dips? Because I've had a shoulder recon and I can't do them properly.
Can you do push-ups?
Yep.
Yep,
Just
we'll
do them?
push-ups.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Thanks.
Too easy. All right. Everyone get ready. We'll start in about 15 seconds. So our first one was our squat and row. Right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So squatting down, rowing out, back in again. Make sure with your squats that you've got your heels on the ground the whole time, because you should be driving through your heels, not through your toes. Try to keep your chest as upright as possible. About halfway. Almost there. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next one's our overhead press. And go for it. Try and keep that core nice and tight. And avoid too much twisting through your torso. Halfway. Ten seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, get ready for the other side, and go. Halfway. Ten seconds. Almost there. Just push through it. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next one we've got is our good mornings. And go for it. So hinging at your hips. Try and drive your bum back as far as you possibly can. Want that stretch through your hamstrings. You want that, all your back muscles working. We've got about 10 seconds to go. And rest. Next one we've got is a reverse flies. There's 3 different variations. All right, and go for it. So hinging over, out to the side, 45 degrees against your torso. Just make sure that you're rotating so your palms are facing up with the one that's close to your body. About 20 seconds. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, next one we've got is our lat raise to the front raise. And go for it. So out to the side, in, out, down. Have your thumbs pointed up slightly, just so you're in a little bit of an external rotation there. Really focus on engaging through your upper back. You want to try and squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. We don't want to be feeling like you're shrugging. We've got about 5 seconds to go. And rest. All right. We've got 2 exercises left. Next one is our dips. So when you're ready, go for it. Try and keep your bum close to the bench. Got about 15 seconds to go. And rest. All right, last exercise, our Superman rows. Get into position and go for it. Halfway. Got about 10 seconds left. Almost there. Couple more reps. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, grab a drink. And we've got time for one more round. So I'll rest for another minute and a half, 2 minutes here. Almost there. So if you can for this last round, try to increase the intensity somehow. So either use a weight if you haven't been. If you've got access to something heavier, use something heavier. It's the last time we're going through it. So we'll start in about 40 seconds. All right, about 15 seconds to go. So, psych yourself up, get set, start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So it's the last time we're going through it. So we got our squat and row. Just really focus on having a nice strong squat, driving through your heels. Make sure your knees are turned out so they're not caving in as you come up. Got about 15 seconds to go. Almost there. 5 seconds. Time for 1 or 2 more. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So we've got our overhead press next. And go for it. 40 seconds on your left. Just focus on your breathing. Try to keep your torso as straight as you possibly can. Halfway. Ten seconds to go. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. And other side. Go for it. Halfway. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Next one we've got is our good mornings. Get ready and go for it. So hinging at your hips. Try and stick your bum back as far as you can. Try to keep your upper back nice and tight so you're not rounding in that bottom position. Should be able to feel your hamstrings and your glutes working by now. We've got about 10 seconds to go. So a few more reps. And rest. All right, we've got our reverse splies next. So get ready and go for it. So out to the side, 45-degree angles by your side. Really focus on squeezing through your upper back with this one. About 10 seconds to go. And rest. All right, we've got our lat raise to front raise. And go for it. So out to the side, coming in, out to the side, and back down. Have your thumbs turned up just slightly, just so you're in an external rotation sort of position. You're about 15 seconds. Almost there. And rest. So we've got 2 exercises left. Next one's our dips. And when you're ready, Try and keep your bum close to the bench. It's the last time we're going through it. So if you can, try and inch your feet out a little bit further. Make it a little bit harder for yourself. It's the last time. We've got about 20 seconds. Almost there. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. We've got one more exercise, our Superman rows. All right, when you're ready, last 40 seconds, go for it. Try to maintain that tightness through your upper back. Got 30 seconds to go. We're almost done. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good stuff.